Hi, my name is Ng Weng Hong and my metric number is 263190. So the title of my final year project is Identification of Research Teams in Research Publications among UM lecturers using text analytics. So without further ado, let's move on to the first chapter, Introduction. So the technique of extracting meaning from text is known as the text analysis. So traditionally, text analysis is performed by counting every single words or sentences. But right now, it is replaced by a machine where it can automatically identify a list of topics. So generally, data collection, data pre-processing, and data analysis are the three processes of scientific publication text analysis. In our real-life thematic analysis from the surveys or interviews can delve deeper into the context of teaching and learning. Okay, we also use bibliometric analysis and text mining approach to determine the main trends in big data. The university publication system owned by the IMC-UM, they store the information of publication of the UM academicians. So, which include the journal article, books, chapters in books, and policy paper. So they need to identify the real experts based on the publication outputs. So motivated by this issue, this study attempts to develop an analytical framework to extract text in the UM publications database and derive the themes for describing the publication scenario in UM. So these are the research questions. All right, so the ultimate objective of this study is to get a list of research teams in the publications stored in the UPS. So it can be achieved by designing a systematic data extraction procedure and by performing text analysis, by learning the frequency of the words and find the connections between the words. And lastly, by building a suitable text visualization. Okay, moving on to the scope of the study. The data is based on the recorded documents in UPS from 2019 to 2021. Okay, and the themes will only capture from the titles, abstract, and list of keywords. So this study is significant for IMC to determine a group expert in the university based on the determined themes. And text analysis can help with the cleansing and organization of the text-based data in preparation for graphical analysis. So moving on to the second chapter, text analysis is basically the process of extracting meaning from a text using a systematic way. And it is a branch of a natural language processing tool. Okay, and themes can be divided into two, which is semantic themes and latent themes. And there are two approaches to do the text analysis. First one is inductive approach. Second one is deductive approach. Okay, so text analysis is important in different areas to extract the high quality information from the text. For example, it can be used in businesses or the education area. However, it is criticized for a lack of quantitative rigor. Okay, some researchers state that text analysis, text mining, and text analytics are all the same, and they are frequently used interchangeably. But in some cases, text analysis is regarded as more qualitative, whereas text analytics is regarded as more quantitative. And now extracting usable information and knowledge from big data tables to detect the current advancement and future trends is a wearable research topic. There are several approaches that used by the researchers, and bibliometric is one of the approach. And the methodology include performance analysis and scientific mapping. So in this study, we use R programming to conduct the text analysis because it's free and it provides a large number of packages. And most importantly, it is simple to learn and use. So the next chapter is methodology. So this study is a mix of the qualitative and quantitative research, and we utilize the secondary data stored in the UPS, and the sample of the text is performed on different types of publications. All right, with a limited grant, we only use journal article as the sample of the publications. Then we only use the titles, abstract, and a list of keywords. All right, so this is the data analysis framework for the study. First step is the data extraction. Okay, we construct a corpus and then we conduct a text cleaning, and finally we build the documental metrics. Second step is we conduct the text analysis to obtain a list of research teams with at least 10 frequencies using the find frequent terms function. We'll save the list into a CSV file. Finally, we find the connection between the research teams. And lastly is the data visualization. We install and load the workload library, and then we construct a work cloud. Okay, so the first step is the data extraction. We install and load the TM packages, then we construct the corpus and perform the text cleaning. And finally, we build the document term matrix to check the summary information of the text documents. So these are the R commands. And then next is the text analysis. We use the 5 terms function to find the research teams that have at least 10 frequencies. So we use the R command in this page to generate a complete list of term frequency. And the last part is to generate a word cloud. We install and load the word cloud library, and then we use the R command below to generate a word cloud. Moving on to chapter 4, which is the data analysis, we will discuss the findings of the data analysis, which include the statistics on the text documents and the team's classification and the frequency, and then the network of the teams, and finally the text visualization. So basically, the document term matrix contain one document as a row and 541 terms as a columns. The specificity at 0% means that it does not contain a lot of uncommon keywords and misspelling. And the longest length of a term in this text document is 28. All right, so these are the research teams that appear in the text documents and its frequency. So we can see that variable has the highest frequency, which is 21. All right, so the research teams in the text corpus are related to the machine learning algorithms, which include the clustering, classification, and dimensionality reduction. So these are some of the teams that related to the machine learning algorithms in the text corpus. All right, so from the word cloud, we can see that the word variable has the largest font size and it appears in the center of a word cloud because it has the highest frequency. And the cluster and algorithm is the second largest and the third largest, followed by the other words such as use, data, tree, classified, method, LDN, and model. All right, so the last chapter is the conclusion. So in conclusion, text analytics is utilized to extract the themes from the titles, abstract, and list of keywords of the 8 journal articles stored in the UPS with the help of R programming. And we use the document term matrix to check the summary information of the text corpus. And then we also can obtain the list of the research teams and their frequencies by using the R programming. And then we find that the research teams in the text corpus are related to the machine learning algorithm. And in the word cloud, we can see that variable has the largest font size and it appears in the center of the word cloud because it has the highest frequency. All right, so with a limited grant and time, performance analysis on all types of publication is not possible. So this study only used a sample of publications given by the UPS, and only the titles, abstract, and list of keywords are utilized for the text analysis. And the findings of this study can be used by the IMC and UM library to figure out the niche of the research areas among the academicians in UM. And for recommendation, the name of the authors should be added to the analysis in order to identify the research area of the academicians. And these are the references. That's all. Thank you.